Hi everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Monday the 18th of October. Now the week has started off with a bit of a back foot, negative sentiment starting to take hold once more. We've seen that the dollar strengthening has regained some legs, and that is coming as bond yields are picking up. We've seen inflationary indicators such as the oil price moving higher. We've got base metals moving higher, and that has tended to be something that has been a bit of a fear driver through markets, and we've seen equity markets starting to pull back this morning. So it'll be interesting to see if this is another turning point in the market moves, and how the markets build up, I think, throughout this week will be key for that change in sentiment potentially. The driver this morning, one of them has come through the Chinese industrial production and GDP data coming in weaker than expected. We've got US industrial production later to see if that also plays into sentiment. Now, in terms of the charts we're looking out for today, we've got euro dollar, which has potentially started to roll over again. Similarly, we're looking at gold, which failed at $1,800 and pulled back lower, and also looking at the potential of rolling over on the SP 500. So let's have a look at the futures on that. So the charts, here we go. And on the INFINOX MT5 platform, starting off with euro dollar, we can see that euro dollar broke this downtrend phase the middle part of last week with a sharp bull candle, but then the candles started to just lose their way, didn't they? The bull run was failing. 1625 up towards 1640 resistance is now being left and is now rolling over this morning, and we can see that with the negative candle that started to take hold today. We've seen the 4-hour chart. Here we see a little double top pattern, you could argue, and there's a measurement of that 1615 down to 1580. So what's that, 35 pips or so back down to the 1540, 1550 area, testing those downside moves, and the old support once more. 1525 is the key low, but certainly looks as though that this euro dollar rally is just losing its way. As I said, the rally rolling over. You've seen the RSI failing at 40, turning lower, and it just sort of adds up to a little bit of a concern that this rebound in the dollar may well be starting to take hold again, and that comes with negative sentiment generally. So watch out for that. But this euro dollar chart certainly could be a bit of an indicator there. Strengthening dollar, well, impacts gold as well, but also rising inflation, two things that gold don't like, or doesn't like, I should say. And we've seen that this sharp rally through 1780, that was a pivot line. Sharp rally through that has failed at $1,800 and just turned sharply back lower again, and that now becomes a basis of resistance again. 1780, watch out for that as a basis of resistance. So the key test for me on gold is 1745 to 1750. If it then starts to move back underneath that level of support, that has been an old pivot area of trading for gold for a while now. But the concern is, again, let's look at this failure at 60 on the RSI, falling over. You're still running within the downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. And if you move below 1745, that really does start to then put pressure back on 1720 area once more. So really important that the gold bulls can find some sort of support now and build back above 1780. 1780 would be, again, a bit of a key area on a near-term basis. Break back above that, and you start to think about challenging $1,800 again, but you can see that this is pretty choppy at the moment on gold. And finally, S&P 500 futures, well, sharp move higher Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week, bang, through a whole bunch of resistance areas, but it did find resistance at 1470 and then rolled over this morning. So the question is how the market is treating this, because this is essentially an improving outlook through that 50 level on the RSI. On a near-term basis, that is now improving. So how the market now reacts, because obviously you have this higher low, 4320 area, and if you see another higher low around the 4380 area, 4420, then that would generally tend to be seen as a positive move. But it'll be interesting to see how this market now reacts, having failed around that 4470 area of support. But there is still this improving outlook on equities, and it'll be interesting to see if it can now start to build that higher low within this support band. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Wednesday, where we'll be looking at whether this dollar recovery has got the legs on it again. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX supports and resistance table, and I will speak to you then. Thank you very much.